goodness. What's up, guys? Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Well, I missed a huge move for PPI, but obviously there's nothing I can do about that, right? Let me draw this out in time. So obviously you can see that we did reject last night from the new week opening gap, but I still like the idea of pumping up. Are these equal highs here? No, they're not. They're close. Let me see if London formed anything. No, not really. But you guys can see a very big push from the lows that formed here. You can see we swept liquidity. We rebalanced the hourly fair value gap. So the hourly was rebalanced, and now we're pushing higher. I think this buy side is coming next, and I will try and get some kind of a setup to there. Let's say we come down first, something like this. We form an inverse fair value gap. That will be an excellent setup long, in my opinion. So we'll see if we can get that. And then obviously we have our buy side from London up here too. So that would be awesome if we could get this. There wasn't really any wick that formed for the 830 low. It's possible that we hit this today, but I'm thinking more that we're going to go up from here. You can see also on the hourly, we kind of have a market structure shift from all these lower highs. Now we're making higher highs. So hoping to get this buy side and then the equal highs and buy side liquidity maybe today. I'm guessing that they'll save this till CPI. I may be wrong, but we'll see. But unfortunately, unless we get some kind of a setup to the downside, I'm not going to be able to get anything. Let me just make sure this is the right account 1 second, guys. Yeah, it is. Okay. So, let's see if we get anything. Let me switch my account here 1 second, guys. Okay, so nothing yet. Let's be patient. Okay, I like this down move. So, guys, if we get some kind of a setup down here, and then we get an inverse, that is going to be my long stop to break even at this high, and I'll hold a secondary trade up. So, my first TP will be here, second TP will be here. Okay, beautiful down move so far. Let's see if it holds. All right. Okay, so nothing yet, guys, but let's see what we get. So far we have this tiny little fair value gap here. Let me look at the 15 and see if there's anything we missed on NQ. Not really. I mean, this is an excellent spot to reverse from, so I'm not surprised. We do have a small 2-minute and a small 1-minute that formed here. I would like to see it go further, ideally to the 50% of the leg, so in this case from low to high. Ideally, I'd like to see it go somewhere around here, maybe touch the new week opening gap, and then go higher from there. That would be nice to see. Yo, what's up, Kay? Good morning, bro. Okay, guys, so Kay, for you, that I think you're the only one that's in here, I'm not sure, but we have the data candle set up right now. So PPI happened at 8:30. We had this huge move. We have the wick up here. We have London high to the left of the chart. And then we have hourly buy side above. So that's what I'm expecting to hit. And we will see if we get that today. Now, you still have to be careful because tomorrow is CPI. So there is a possibility that we don't just completely go all the way up. Kind of like my feeling I had yesterday. But nonetheless, we still could get a great trade today. So we'll see what we get. Like I said, I want to potentially go down to the 50% level and then get a long setup. This 1 minute looks okay. It doesn't look amazing, I'll be honest. I'd rather see a bigger fair value gap to take the inverse. But we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll get it on a 2-minute candle. Or a 3-minute candle even. So like if we get a nice inverse here with the 3-minute, that would be even better. But you guys can see, so far no excellent fair value gaps are forming in this leg. They're all kind of small. We came down to the 50% or close to it. Is this the midnight opening price? Yeah, so we just touched midnight. Let's see if this is where we bounce from. Again, what I'd like to see ideally, guys, is maybe a sweep. Maybe we'll go up a little bit, sweep this low again, touch the 50%, and then get the long setup. So something like this. Maybe we come back, sweep the leg, and then the long setup. That would be the best setup right now. So let's see. Like this 2-minute looks okay, guys, but it's not great because you have to think everybody who wants to shorten this 2-minute gap, it's not like an obvious gap that everyone's like, oh, this is gonna dump. God damn, thank you, Kay. I always forget, man. Always forget. Let me turn on the light. Gotta have a party in here, right? All right, there we go. Okay, can you guys hear me better now? Sorry about that. Okay, so pretty big push here. If this inverses to the upside, I probably won't take this, guys. It's not good enough. I want to see a liquidity sweep first, and then I'll take the long. So what would be really cool here too is if we bounce. So let's say we sweep this low, bounce out of the new week opening gap to go higher. That would be awesome. And the best thing, honestly, would be a complete sweep of the data low and then to go higher. So we will see which one we get. Okay. Let me look at Tesla quick. Wow, Tesla's back to 414. Let's go. How's N phase doing? N phase. What? Oh, 67.86. Let's go. Okay, so guys, we just got to be patient now and we wait for a setup. No new fair value gaps have formed yet. So far it's just something on the 1 minute. So like, let's say we see something like this, right? We have a big dump. I have to draw this myself. Okay, I was selling BTC and I was making good, but the news took it all. Yeah, okay, I really suggest, bro, do not hold any trades ever through news. Red folder news. Like I told you guys in the Discord. Um, I'll show you in a second, but under the economic calendar, if you ever see red folder news at 8:30, 8:30 specifically, this moves the market a lot most of the time. So try and stay out of those if you can. Okay, when you DM me this morning, is that what you were saying? Is it because of when you said, did you see the news? Are you talking about the red folder news or something else that I'm missing? Yeah, you got to check, guys. Always check the economic calendar. Always, always, always. Super important. So again, guys, I would love, you can see here, we touched midnight opening price perfectly, which, I mean, is a potential signal we're going up, but I would prefer to see another sweep, dump below 50%, touch the new week opening gap at minimum to go higher. And it's pretty wild how, if you guys look at the hourly, we got the inversion yesterday of the hourly, and we came back and cleanly rebalanced it perfectly, and we're going higher now. So I would not be surprised to see continuation today. I will label this data high. And then we got buy side above, and we got buy side above that, right? On the hourly chart, I'm aiming for this high right here or this high. I honestly will probably take most of the position off at this high because of the fact that if the market is really feeling wild, it could reject from right at the new week opening gap rather than taking out the high. So we will see what happens here. But again, guys, if we get a very big sweep of liquidity, okay, first of all, another fair value gap should form down here to inverse. But if we just don't sweep this low and then we go up and sweep this internal, we sweep this fair value gap internally, not A plus in my opinion. I want to see more liquidity get swept, and I want to see an inverse form lower in discount of the range, right? High to low, draw it out in time, 50%. The best longs are going to form in the 50% of the discount of the range. The best shorts are going to form in premium of the range. Does that make sense, guys? I know K likes to use the 50% of the range, but always try and take your longs below. Always try and take your longs below premium and in discount. And you see we have confluence here. We have a new week opening gap and the low of the fair value gap that forms from this candle's low to this candle's high. So this is my account from yesterday, guys. This is the eval that I'm using. I have a cash account on another screen that I'm going to be trading today, but only one trade probably because CPI is happening tomorrow. 316.7, almost at 317 here. So we need about $3,000 on this 300K account. Yeah, I'd rather not see this now, to be honest. I would rather see this come down again and sweep this low. I really would. So if you guys want, you can try this. I would wait for the 2-minute to close, but to be honest, guys, I'm not a huge fan. I'd rather see a rejection from here. We're also forming perfect equal highs now. So maybe if they leave these for later, oh, that's going to be beautiful. If we can leave these equal highs and we come down and sweep these lows, oh my God, that will be so nice. I doubt they'll give that to us, but we'll see. So like hopefully, yeah, I hope that they leave these. That'll give me a lot of indication that we'll go back up. Okay, they're perfectly equal. I'd rather them not sweep these now. I'd rather them leave them and then go lower, and then we'll get a target to them later on. We'll hold through it and target data highs. Again, the odds of them leaving these are not high, but we'll see. Really hoping they do. Come on, market. Leave them for me. Let's go. And... oh, come on. Let's go. Let's dump them. Really, so guys, when I see equal highs in the charts, it gives me so much more confidence on trades because I know these like to hit. So like if we sweep them by a tick like that, and then we dump, not ideal. So the next, hold on guys, let me delete all my notifications. I'm so popular, you know? Too popular. Gotta delete all my notifications. Okay, so if the 2 minute closes above, guys, you can try this. Not a huge fan of it, honestly, because we never even touched discount of the range. And we also have another minute until the candle closes, so we'll see where it is. But if you guys want to try something, you can try this. I don't think it's A+, but it's not terrible. So your stop to break even would be here at the data high, and you could just hold till higher. I guess we can try it with one contract. And then I would hold till up here probably. So we'll see what happens. 30 seconds left on the candle. I really would have loved to see a sweep lower. Let's see if it even closes above though. Make sure there's nothing on the 3. Yeah, I mean, technically this should work, guys. If it closes above, it should. I'll try it with 1 just because I don't want to get smoked too hard here. Again, the stop will be a 2 minute close back below. I will move my stop to break even if this high hits. Right here. Again, guys, normally I would trade this with 2 or 3 NQ contracts, but because we never touch 50%, I'm going to do it with less. Again, guys, if we get a 2 minute close back below this fair value gap, my stop will, I will close the position. Also, if this high gets swept, I will move my stop to break even as well. So again, guys, I'm not 100% confident in this trade. That's why I'm doing it with 1 NQ. Normally I would be sizing with 2 to 3. Stop will be a 2-minute close back below this fair value gap. Or a hard stop, whichever one hits first. I'm not risking anything crazy on this again, guys, because of the fact we never swept the 50% level. We never swept a low that swept a low. All right, so that was a stop out. Again, 1 NQ. So that's fine with me. I told you guys there was a reason why I didn't size heavy on that, and you can see that that was the reason. So what I expect to happen now, because this failed, is we'll probably come back to this low, and then we'll get a setup from there, which makes me a lot happier to enter a trade. So do you guys understand why I only sized that with 1 contract, for those of you who are watching? We should come down and take out 50% of the range now. There is a small chance we bounce from this fair value gap, but if we close below this, this should be a nice short. So no close below the 1-minute gap, so I would never short this, but I'd love to see this get swept. Okay, so we are holding the 1 minute. Yeah, I'm not a fan of anything yet, guys. Because if this 1 minute inverses, yes, we'll probably go up to buy side, but I'm not going to take a secondary trade in this leg unless we get a sweep of liquidity. How's Bitcoin doing? Okay, pushing. So what did that bring me down to? 16,002. So I basically have to make 3,800 now on the account instead of 3,000. Which is fine. It's not a big deal, but so really hoping. Negative says it's not moving that well. It's actually, I think it's moving great. I was not expecting PPI to have such a huge move either. But again, guys, I'm looking for a sweep of liquidity. I'd love to see this low get swept, trade into 50% and get the inverse from here. That would be A+ to me. Now, if we close below this 1 minute fair value gap, I believe this low is coming. And I may try a short down to it. So let's see if we get the 1 minute close here. And it'll be an OB as well. I'm gonna try a scalp if we get it. Okay, this should go down now. Hopefully it holds. All right, I got stopped out for break even there. We did sweep this low, so that's enough for me. But I think this low will come now too. I'm not gonna risk getting stopped out on a scalp like that. Okay, and now if we get an inverse, like I said, if we get an inverse somewhere here, that's going to be A plus in my opinion. Hopefully it comes lower, like in discount of the range, but somewhere here to get along would be awesome. Now, again, we did sweep this low. That is enough liquidity, but I'd like to see the secondary low get swept too. So you guys can see how we inverse this 1 minute, right? We close below, and this should take us to the next low, because everybody that long this 1 minute for value gap is the aim of the algorithm is to stop everybody out at this low right here, right? That's the next place people have their stop loss. So from here, it could rip to the upside. However, it's likely to at least tap the second one as well. It doesn't have to, but it's likely to. So this is enough for me. This liquidity is enough for me to take along. So if we get another inverse above this 1 minute, I think that'll be a decent long. Or the 2 minute. I would wait for the 2 minute to close above. Okay, so hopefully this holds and we go down here. It's another order block that's potentially forming on the 1 minute. All right. By the way, guys, while we're waiting, go check out this new short that I posted. How do I find it? Okay, if you guys can see that right there, I need the algorithm to be boosted on this. It's only performing at 5 out of 10 of my shorts. So the more people that watch this, like it, commented, it boosts the algo like crazy. It's called stock market money money machine strategy. Go give that a like, guys. Comment if you're feeling frisky. I need the algorithm boosted. Okay, so we swept a low that swept another low right here on this candle. So let's say we get a big push up here. That would be a little bit better for a long, but I'd prefer, again, this is the main fair value gap that's holding down price. Okay, so there's a dump here. If we get a nice inverse here, That will be super nice. So pay attention here, guys, how this candle forms and how we trade after touching into this new week opening gap. If we get the long right here, a V-shaped recovery, that I'm going to go full size on. Stop will be to break even at this high. Okay, I would love to see this hold. Then I'll hold it all the way up to data candle highs, to the data highs. But we need to see a fair value gap form here. If we don't, then I'll be screwed. Not screwed, but you know what I mean. They're making the fair value gap smaller, which I don't like. But I do like that we swept liquidity and we're trading into a new week opening gap. Okay, very nice. We held the FEG. So this is good enough for me. If we can close above this, I'll take a long. And if I can get this trade, guys, we will pass this account. So let's see if we can pass an account live. Let's see. See. Oh, I'm on a sell. Whoops. We need to be on a buy. Okay, so pay attention to what happens on this candle, guys. This is where we want a long, right? But we passed below discount, and now we have a potential long setup forming. I'm going to trade it with 2 because I think that's all I need. Yeah, I'm going to trade it with 2 contracts, guys. So again, if we close above, right, this will be my second and only trade of the day. That's what I'm looking for. I'd love to see it happen on 1 candle. I prefer it to be on 1 candle than 2. Let's take a look at ES quick, see what ES did. Yeah, that's fine. Looks good to me. Okay, so I'm allowing it on a secondary candle. That's fine too. I would prefer to see it on 1, but we'll see. It has to close above VWAP. Oh, I remember when I used VWAP. Okay, so it looks pretty good so far. Let's see if it holds. Guys, do yourself a favor. Delete all indicators off of your charts. They're all a scam. I'm telling you right now. So I will move my stop to break even. Let's say we close above here. I'll move my stop to break even when this fair value gap hits, because this could be a potential rejection spot. Did we just form equal highs here? No, close to equal highs, but that's fine. Okay. Did we close above on the 1? No. Guys, we didn't close above on the 1. I can't enter this. I'll have to enter on this one if we get it. That is so annoying. Oh, wait, we closed above on the 2. Oh no, that's too small. I don't like this, guys. That's so annoying. I have to wait for a 1-minute close, guys, unfortunately. Ugh, that sucks. So as long as this fair value gap doesn't get touched, I'll enter this long. But we need to see a close above, obviously. Okay, looks like we're going to close above. My entry will be in. I'm in right here, guys. Stop loss will be a 1 minute close back below the fair value gap. And this will be my final trade of the day. Stop to break even when this fair value gap gets hit. No way. That's ridiculous, guys. All right, so if I lose this trade, that's my final trade of the day. Again, guys, if the 1 minute candle closes below the fair value gap, I will be X stopped out of this trade. Yeah, I mean, it looks great. The 2 minute closed above, the 1 minute did. I'm expecting to see an order block form here. Again, guys, I'm not going to hard stop this. I'm going to wait for a 1 minute close. Even if it closes me down here, that's fine. Okay, so we're bouncing perfectly from the bottom of the 1, which I like to see. But I want to see a strong push above this high right here. And again, once this fair value gap hits, if it does, I will move my stop to break even. I'm telling you the power of the VWAP. Guys, I'm telling you guys right now, if you still use a VWAP, I mean, I'm sure you can use it for Confluence if you want, but there's no need. It's a religion. All you guys need is fair value gaps and liquidity. You don't need any indicators on your charts. Zero. What you're witnessing right now is potentially 2 losses in a row. Maybe, maybe not. I'm assuming this high is going to get hit again. Rarely happens to me, but it's part of trading. And most people, guys, if you get 2 trades in a row lost, cannot leave the screen. So I'm not going to leave the screen, but I'm going to completely sign out of the account. I will probably trade on a funded here. I'll show it to you guys, but yeah, we'll see what happens on this trade. So I'm hoping this is a stop out wick, but we'll see if we get a 1 minute close. Okay, so we got a 1 minute close below. I will move my stop just below this wick's low because there is a potential that this is going to just go a tick below and then it's going to go higher. So I've made this mistake before where I move my stop to this wick and I get stopped out. So this now is going to be my stop right here. Why did it not take it out? All right, so that's a stop out, guys. I am done on this account. That's 2 L's. This was A plus to me. We got a 1 minute sweep of this low. We traded into discount. We had a 1 minute inverse. I mean, it was A plus. There's no reason this should have lost. And because it did, tells me that PA for the day is probably going to be bad. And I'm okay with that. That's fine. But if this ends up being the low, guys, I'm going to be pissed, but it is what it is. So that brought the account down to 15. So I need 5,000 on the account now to pass it. That was great. I don't know what happened with that. But yeah, if this ends up being the low, oh, that's going to be so annoying. So guys, you saw me, I moved my stop below this wick. This might be the low. I don't know. I mean, it probably won't be, but if it ends up being the low, that's going to be really annoying. But sometimes they do this. They'll like create the inverse, then they'll stop people out, and then they'll go higher. But again, guys, part of trading, if you're not able to move your to stop trading after 2 losses, you're going to get smoked over time. By the way, I'm whispering because there are people sleeping in this house, so they'll be awake soon. Is there an SMT with ES here? Let me check the 1 minute. No, they're both making higher highs. You guys can see that. Or higher lows. I want to see what other Furus took that trade, because that was A plus to me. Let's go on X and see what people are posting. God damn it. Look at this, guys. Look where I got stopped out and look where the trade is moving now. This is where it's probably going to run. Ridiculous. But I don't like that we closed above the fair value gap, then we closed below it. Now we're probably going to close back above it. Be cautious of price action now, because this should have delivered us at minimum to this fair value gap and this high. So the fact that it didn't and it closed below tells me that price action might be pretty bad here. So you guys see here, I brought this account. This was like probably 15 to 20 trades. We're now at 315,100. So I need $5,000 on this account to pass. It's part of the game, guys. Trading is a numbers game. Even though I was able to bring this account up 15,000, you have to understand that sometimes we're going to have losing trades and it's going to bring it down. And that's part of the game. But being able to stop trading on the account is what 99% of traders cannot do. And that is the reason that 99% of traders do not end up profitable, because they don't know when to step aside. I have a rule. If I take 2 losses in a day, I am done. 0 trades on that specific account. 0. I have a old funded account that I could try a trade on later on if something A plus presents itself. But that funded account is it needs a lot of money to pass, so it's not even, I don't even know if it's worth it, but we'll see. But again, guys, if you cannot stop, if you can't go away from the computer, that is a big red flag, and it's something that's probably going to make you unprofitable in the future. So this is wild, guys. This is an A plus 1 minute inverse. They brought the market down potentially to stop out traders, and now they're probably going to bring it higher. That's crazy. Crazy that they did that. That's 2 failed IFEGs in a sitting. So this was a failed 2, and then this was a failed 1. That's wild. So yeah, guys, you see how I got stopped out on this wick? I moved my stop here, and we got stopped. I got stopped out by a tick. This is the second time this has happened on live stream in like the last 2 weeks. I don't know if the algorithm is changing or if they're just it's just one of those days. Let's see what people on X are posting. Yeah, so one of my homies, Ryan, he had a loss as well. Same exact trade that I took. If you guys look, he took the exact same 1 minute inverse. I know it's kind of hard to see that, but he took the exact same 1 minute inverse and he lost. Why is my screen so... Can you guys see that okay? See if I push it. Oh, here we go. That's the 1 minute inverse he took. Same exact one as me, and he lost. Yeah, so it is what it is, guys. There it goes. It broke VWAP right there. Nah, but jokes aside, that was a great setup you had there. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Yeah, and all due respect, guys, whatever you need to use to be profitable, do it. I'm just telling you guys, I've been trading for a very long time, and I've tried everything. All indicators, MACD, RSI, VWAP. I've tried buy and sell signals when I was new. Yes. Some things can help, but in reality, all you need is liquidity. Hence this line right here. Potentially premium and discount of a range, and then fair value gaps. But yeah, if this 1 minute inverses, and this is going all the way up here, if the 2 minute inverses, this is going to go up to buy side. Can't believe they stop people out like that. Okay, I'm going to sign into an old funded. So give me 1 second. And we'll try this. This is a losing funded account, by the way. It's down to like 48,000. An old one that I'll probably reset. So give me a second while I log into it. And what I'll do is I'll take that 2 minute IFEG if we get it. So no close above on the 1 minute chart yet, or was there a close here? Wow, bro, this is a really tough day. They closed it above by a tick. Did we form perfect equal highs here? No, we didn't. So I have to switch this to MNQ. Because I'm trading on a 50K funded now. They are making this tough today, guys. It's funny because on M and Q, oh no, there's no triple equal highs, never mind. Yo, what's up, Tristan? Good morning, bro. So guys, I am logged into a losing funded account. This is one of my old fundeds it needs to be reset, but I will try and take a trade on it. Try and pass. Not pass. Try and get a win. Tristan, did you take any trades today, bro? So guys, you've witnessed a pretty rare day for me. I took 2 L's. I should not have taken this. Should not have taken this 2-minute fair value gap. Unfortunately, I did. But I told you guys on stream that I didn't want to take it with big size because we never swept into discount of the range. We never swept liquidity to the upside. And yeah, I think that this is probably going to be what drives us higher. 2114. Yeah, London, you're saying? 2144, yeah. I think these will probably hit, guys. I think that the market is trying to aim for these hourly highs right here. And yeah. And then I think there are perfect equal highs up here that we should be aiming for later. But yeah. So if this 2-minute fair value gap closes above, guys, I think this will be a good long. I don't know if it's going to give us an entry on it, but we'll be aiming for high of day and then aiming to hold higher than that. Whoops. So if this loses, guys, that's going to be wild, but I think this should hit. So again, we're only going to take the trade if the inverse happens. And ideally, I would like to see the 1-minute close above at the same time. So we do have a small 1-minute fair value gap. I'd like to see the 2-minute close above both of these. But yeah, that was an unfortunate loss. I thought it was A+. Again, guys, for those of you who missed the A+ trade, we had a sweep of sell-side liquidity, a very nice 1-minute IFEG. We closed above it. And you guys see here that they did stop people out. My stop loss was like right here. We got swept by a tick and then it went up. Ridiculous, but it is what it is, guys. You can't avoid that stuff. And notice how I was able to sign out of an account. Can I move this here? I don't want to show you guys the account number for this funded account. But if you look to the left of my screen, you can see this is a performance account. I always say that. Can you guys see? Oh, you can't even see on my screen. Hold on. Let me move this over so you guys can see. Account. So look to the left of the screen. I'm not going to show you the account number, but you can see that it's a PA Apex, right? Confirm that you guys can see that. But move it back so you guys can see. It is a losing account, but I don't want to show you guys the account number on that. I don't know how that works. If you guys can use something with that, I doubt it, but not taking any chances. So again, guys, if the 2-minute is able to close above here, that is going to be my signal to enter long. And this will be the only trade on this funded account. You guys are just looking at a 300K eval. And unfortunately, the 2 L's brought that down to 15,000 when it was at 317, but that's okay. So the market opens in 5 minutes, so we should start seeing some volatility after that. I'm probably going to wait until 6:45 to 7 o'clock to take a trade because the volatility in the morning is tough. Now, if we get this 2-minute, I'll take it anyways, but I have to be careful now that market open is about to happen. By the way, guys, I already showed this earlier, but I just posted a new short. I need help with the algos. This is the name of the short, Stock Market Money Machine Strategy. Give me your feedback too, because I want to know what I can improve on these shorts. I did get one short that got me like 200 subs, which is pretty wild for my account size, for my subscriber amount. It took me from like 300 something to almost 650, which is wild. But tell me what you guys think about the short. Like it, comment, whatever. Watch it a few times. It really helps the algorithm. But tell me if it's shitty or what I can improve on, because I want to make them better. Again, it looks like that. Checkmate Trading on YouTube. You guys know because you're on YouTube, but that's the name of this short. Posted last night. Okay, so again, guys, if the 2-minute closes above, that is going to be the signal to enter long. I'm guessing that the 6:30 candle is going to do it, and then it's going to drive us higher, but we will see. But how wild is that I got stopped out by that? That's so annoying, bro. It's so annoying. Yeah, Tristan, it's crazy. Techie Yaya beep boop. Good to know, bro. Good to know. Yeah, it's crazy, Tristan. I don't know what happened, but my shit's blown up. I'm not sure why. I mean, I know I'm a decent trader, but I didn't think that it was. I don't know if it's because of the live streams. I don't know if it's because of the shorts, but one of the shorts got me like 189 subs. It's like every time I look at my sub count, it goes up, which is wild. Tech yacht beep boop, bro. What are these people saying? Beep boop, bro. Techie Yaya, are you a trader? You trade NQ, bro? Okay, guys, so again, if this closes above, I think this will be an A+ setup as well. We swept liquidity. And yeah, I'm going to be a little cautious because the market opens in 2 minutes, but you guys should start seeing some volatility. And my guess is that this buy side is coming. And then, of course, London highs. And then I think this hourly is next. Right above the new week opening gap. Or right inside of the upper quadrant of this new week opening gap. Okay, so pay attention, guys. We got less than 30 seconds. Wow, my voice is cracking this morning. It's like I'm going through puberty again. But we got less than 30 seconds till market opens, so let's see what happens. Okay, there's market open. Getting a dump at market open, which is interesting. So we are rejecting from this too, guys. Again, once this 2-minute closes above, let's say we get like a drop down, another sweep of liquidity. Once it closes above here, that's my signal that market structure is changing because we're making higher highs, closing below a bearish PD array, and we should deliver to the upside. How's everything else moving? Tesla's pushing. TLT dumping. Bitcoin. Ooh, my end phase position is going. Oh yeah, let's go. So guys in the Discord, if you guys are not in it, obviously, just real quick, end phase is an excellent swing trade in my opinion. We just took sell side liquidity. We're rocketing. So I think this might be the start of the buy model. We'll see. But if you want more info on that, you can reach out on Discord. Okay, so we are dumping here, which is very interesting. Was not expecting this morning. If we sweep this low and we get a bullish reaction, there could be a decent trade, but this to me signifies we might go down to the data low or the 830 low. I don't know yet for sure, but if this 1 minute gets swept to the upside, I think this is a decent long too. Stop to break even at this high and then just hold it all the way up. I might try that, guys, on this old funded. Again, this is not a funded that I care about. I'm going to be resetting this. But hopefully we can get a good trade off of it. So you guys can see we're sweeping liquidity to the downside. Everybody who is short the market or who's long got stopped out on this candle, right? From this candle right here, stopped out everyone who was long. Now the algorithms can potentially flip to the opposite side. And again, it doesn't mean that they are going to flip. It's just giving permission for the market to move in the opposite direction. So again, guys, the only way I'm entering this trade is if this 1 minute fair value gap gets closed above, and then I'm targeting this high. We swept liquidity a third time here, trading into a bullish new week opening gap. It should deliver us up to buy side. If the 1 minute closes above, that'll be my entry. Stop loss will be a 1 minute close back below the fair value gap. Stop to break even at this high and take profits up here. So I don't know if I'm going to get an entry here, guys. This is probably going to go without me, just looking at the way this candle is moving. But if we can close up here, then I'll enter the trade. If not, I mean, big deal, but we got 30 seconds. So I'm guessing this is not going to hold here. I think it's probably going to push. But it still looks great. So again, if I get this fill, stop to break even at this high and we'll hold it all the way up. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to give an entry. It might. We got 10 seconds, 20 seconds left on the candle. 10 seconds. Oh, we'll see. Okay, I'm in here, guys. Stop loss is going to be a 1 minute close back below. Stop to break even when this high hits. This is a riskier trade, guys, because it's only been 5 minutes since market open. So this could do this thing where it wicks us down and then goes higher. But again, I'm actually going to be a little bit more risk averse. If this high hits on this candle right here, this wick, I'll move my stop to break even. $46. When did that happen? All right, so my stop is now at break even right there. If it's going to move, I want it to move here. I don't want it to stall. So there's a stop for break even. And unfortunately, that's probably just going to go without me now. But again, guys, this is what real trading looks like. I know you guys might want entertainment, but I'm not here to entertain you. I'm here to keep my money and my capital. You could see here that this wick got hit and we immediately got a small downside move and I moved my stop to break even. Now, in theory, guys, you should have moved your stop to break even when this high hit, but because of the fact it's 6:36 my time or 9:36, it's only been 6 minutes since market open. So I prefer to move my stop to break even more quickly, even though this will probably now move. It is what it is, okay? But in theory, guys, again, we swept liquidity. 1 minute inverse, that's your entry for the trade. Stop loss would be a close back below the 1 minute fair value gap. Stop the break even at this high and hold all the way up to buy side. Still looks like it's going to work, but I'm going to be honest and tell you guys how I trade because it's so close to market open, I'm very cautious about where I'm going to enter trades and when and how quickly I move my stop to break even. So guys, now that this candle has gone above this high, you should be at break even. If we're truly bullish here, this is going to completely destroy this 2 minute fair value gap, and we're going to push all the way up to buy side. You could take a partial at this high if you want, but ultimately I think this is coming. So if this closes above here as well, that's a 2 minute candle. This high is coming for sure. So watch this candle. If the body closes above this 1 minute fair value gap, this is going up to here and probably up to here as well. Okay, so the 2 minute closed above, the 1 has not yet. So technically this could be a rejection spot. I doubt it. I think we're going to this high. So watch the 1 minute close here, guys. This should push us all the way up to buy side. And all close. So we just formed perfect equal highs here. This should definitely bring us up. And there it is. Well, so guys, you see here, an unlucky day for me. Very unlucky day for me. Stopped on this trade by a tick. Stopped on this trade by basically a tick. It is what it is. I'm not perfect, guys. Not every day is going to be, every single trade is going to be a winning trade. And even if I'm right about the draw, sometimes I get stopped out. And that's fine. That's the nature of the game, guys. I do think this is still going to go higher. I think we're going all the way up to buy side. But there's nothing for me to enter here, unfortunately. I mean, technically, I could enter this 2 minute here and do like a 1 for 1. Do you guys want me to try that? I think it's going to work. But that's honestly gambling. So I don't want to give you guys bad trading principles. But you can see here after the 2 minute closed above, we did take internal highs. I think we came down to rebalance the 2 here, and then we'll probably move higher from this level. Maybe we trade back into this 2 minute fair value gap before going higher. I'm not sure. But again, guys, there is no entry here, so I can't really take it. But wow, Tesla's really pushing 420. Excuse me. But again, because this internal high hit, guys, I can't be entering this trade. Even though I think this is probably going to be used to drive the market higher. I mean, it's pretty much gambling what I'm doing, so. 420. Tristan, what do you mean 420, bro? Oh, Tesla. Yeah, bro, it's at 420 right now. It was at 380 yesterday. I've been adding to a few swing positions. Oh, this looks so good, bro. This is going to go up to buy side now, guys. I'm telling you. Oh, yeah, I figured, Tristan. This is going all the way up to buy side and probably going up to the hourly now. This looks so good. I really want to scalp along here. But again, guys, I want to practice good principles, good trading principles, and not just trade anything. And you can see here that if I would have tried to scalp that, I could have gotten smoked. FOMO is a real thing, even if you're profitable. But yeah, I mean, if some kind of an A+ setup forms now, guys, then I'll try and take something. But I don't see that happening for the time being. It looks like we're creating an OB here. So this is what I'll do, guys. If we can create a 2-minute order block here, I'll try a 1-for-1. So let's see how this 2-minute candle prints. If we can print it like this, then this will be my entry for the trade because it will be closing above these this 2-minute OB, and then we can go for the buy side. That's the only trade I think we're gonna get here. But we still gotta wait another minute for this candle to hold. This candle needs to print fully. So you guys can see how we're coming down and filling the 2-minute. This is the first, second, third, fourth time we're filling the 2. So if it holds here, that's telling me that we're rebalancing the 2 to go higher. Again, we need to see a 2-minute OB form as well, but I don't think it's bad. Because I still want this data high. That's pretty much why I'm looking for a trade here. Okay, well, so we're trading into the secondary 2-minute fair value gap right here. We really need to see this be a bullish reaction. If we close below this 2-minute fair value gap, then we will probably go back down to lows. And delete this quick. Make the chart look a little bit cleaner. What is going on? But guys, has anybody taken a trade today? I'm curious if anyone's taken a trade. By the way, we're about to enter into this 950 macro. Take a screenshot of these. If you use TradingView, ICT macros by Cognito. These macro times are what the market uses to drive price to where it needs to go. So guys, if we can somehow trade into this 1 minute and inverse and create an inverse fair value gap here, I'll try that long. So it'll look like this. But this, I'm not gonna lie, this actually looks pretty good for a short. On the 2 minute, no, actually, yeah, so this 2 minute IFEG right here, if we can close, oh, we did close below it. Damn. I mean, I'm still bullish, but the fact that we swept this high, and then we swept this high and we immediately dumped. I mean, this could signify we're going down here, but I still like longs. But yeah, every candle that prints here makes me less and less, it gives me less and less desire to take a trade. I'm not gonna lie. So like, for example, we closed below this 2 minute fair value gap, so we swept buy side, right? Immediate rejection, closed below the only bullish fair value gap that was holding price up. Closed below it on this candle. So let's say this candle closes back above it. That's just signifying to me that PA is really bad. PA is price action for those of you guys who don't know. So I want to see how this candle prints. I mean, if you look at the hourly chart, look at these wicks. Like, that's ugly as hell. Again, we did inverse this hourly fair value gap yesterday. And we rebalanced it, and now we're moving higher. I still believe this is going to go higher, but I don't know. It just doesn't look great. Look at this, guys. The 2 minute closes back above the fair value gap. Not good price action. Below and above. When you see this, it's pretty much a red flag. That signifies you should probably not be trading. You should be sitting out and waiting for a better leg of price. And guys, I'm just giving you the reality, you know? I know, like I said, I'm not here to entertain. I know maybe it's boring for you guys to watch price action, but profitable traders often sit at the computer for a long time without clicking a button, and they wait for the best setups. Again, I will repeat this. 100 out of 100 times, I will take this trade. This woman invert, or sorry, yeah, this woman inverse. We swept liquidity to the downside. We traded below premium, so we were in discount of the range. 1 minute inverse for value gap right here on this box. And yes, unfortunately, I did get stopped out, and I got stopped out by a tick on this candle, but that's the nature of the game. And your stop to break even would have been at this internal high right here, and then taking a partial here and holding the rest to up here. And you can see here that we came close, but we never hit it. So man, a really unfortunate day, that's for sure. Technically, we are holding this set of 1 minute candles. So there's a tiny fair value gap right here on the 1 minute. You can see that the bodies are holding this 1 minute fair value gap. So it is possible, guys, that this is going to be what holds us to drive us higher. But again, like the 2 minute chart, we close below the fair value gap on the 2 with this body right here. Then we close back above it. This is like really shitty PA. So guys, learn when is an optimal time to trade and when is not. This is not a good time to be trading. Nothing is delivering the way that it should be. Okay, so very bullish reaction again from the new week opening gap. So we have another set of liquidity down here. Maybe the market is driving down to this liquidity to go higher. I don't know. But we are in, again, a bullish new week opening gap with a data high above us. So right here is the data high. And we have buy side right above that. And we have buy side above that. Maybe, guys, we get some kind of a 1 minute inverse in here. That will not be a bad short, in my opinion. I mean, a bad long, in my opinion. But we need to see the inverse be created. If it's not created, then it actually looks pretty good, guys. So let's say we hold this new week opening gap, and then we get an immediate reversal in discount of the range after sweeping liquidity a third time. I do like that, I'm not going to lie. So we'll see how this 1 minute candle behaves here. That may be my trade right here. So it would look like this. Okay, 1 minute inverse. We close above on the 1. Full TP will be up here, and stop loss will be a 1 minute close back below the fair value gap. So let's see if we even form the FEG here, which it looks like we will. We're also getting a wick from the low of the new week opening gap, which I really like to see. Okay, this looks good. And we're in the macro time. If we get the 1 minute inverse here, guys, I will be taking this. Now, if we come down and sweep 830 low, that would be even better. And then eventually get this close above. That's when I would enter long. And if this happens, guys, we should see a massive move. It should not stall at all. We should just go. So we'll see what we get. Oops. So I really like this trade. Really, really like this. Right in the middle of a macro time, too. Is there a 2 minute as well? I'm okay with just taking the 1 here. Looks good enough to me. Doesn't look like they're going to give it to us. Maybe, but no. So far, look, we're rejecting from the top of the new week opening gap. If you want to wait for the 2, you can. I think waiting for the 1 is good enough, but how's the 3 look? There's also a 3 minute. Yeah, guys, I'm going to wait for the 2 minute. That's what I'm going to do. Just because we have a new week opening gap above us, like right here, I don't want this to reject from the new week opening gap and go lower. So I'm going to be patient and wait for the 2 minute to close above. So it'll look like this. Now, it would be really nice if we could sweep this 830 low and then go higher, especially if this 2-minute inverse is after sweeping this low. That'll be really nice to see. When we were up here, guys, and we saw this candle, I called for NVIDIA at 126 to one of my friends that's holding it, and he's crying now. He's upset. Also, his Palantir position, I told him it was going to dump. I want to show you guys this, actually. Let's wait for the liquidity to get swept on NQ. On the 4-hour chart, I sent him this screenshot. When this candle closed right here, or this one, I forget, one of these two, you can see we entered a 4-hour fair value gap, we rejected, and we inversed this 4-hour. That was my signal to go short. I told him that 65 was coming and likely 58. He said, no, there's no way. And look what's happening now. Anyways. So I'm pretty much looking. So guys, we're back in this hourly fair value gap once again. This candle closes at 10, which is in 2 minutes. Oof. So if this closes like this, guys, I think we're probably going to go back down to sell side because we're inversing an hourly that inversed. We're basically rejecting an hourly bullish for value gap. So this low is probably coming. Then maybe we get along. I don't know. We'll have to see. But pay attention to what happens at this 830 low. And you see, guys, even the short that I called earlier, the 2-minute short, it looked nice. Then we closed above the fair value gap, and then we rejected. So this was kind of invalidated too. Crazy how this is not giving anybody the optimal entries. So again, guys, pay attention. This 830 low is super important. If we get an immediate bullish reaction here, and even if we close above this 1 minute right here, it's a lot smaller, but nonetheless, I think if this closes above, we'll go back to internal highs, and then we'll probably go all the way up. So, wait, what was I just looking at? The 15? Oh, the 30 minutes. So we did get a 30-minute inverse to the downside, but I don't really care that much about that. I'd rather see the hourly, but there's nothing. You can see this hourly bearish for value gap held. We wicked super high, but we held it, which is very interesting. No sweep of the 830 low yet. So be patient, guys. Just wait for liquidity. I say this every time that I'm live. The best trades are going to happen after you wait for liquidity. Look what happened here, okay? I took this 2-minute inverse. I took it with 1 contract instead of 2 or 3 because I know that we never got a sweep of liquidity. Then after the liquidity got swept, the liquidity sweep happened, then we got to move back up to buy side. So if you just wait for liquidity to get swept before your entries, you'll have a lot better chance of being successful. So in this case, I want to see liquidity get swept before getting along. Like if this goes up now and inverses before this, I'm not taking it. If it does, it's going to be super unfortunate, but it's not, I just can't. It's not worth it. Wild. This market is really choosing violence today. It's not doing anything that it needs to. So if this closes above, guys, we should be going after this buy side. But again, the fact that we didn't sweep the 830 low and we're going up is ridiculous. Telling you, this is a terrible day. Nothing that should be happening is happening. I can't take this, guys. Even though it looks really good, I can't take it. Crazy. Technically, we did sweep this liquidity, but again, I wanted the 830 lows to come, so the fact that they didn't, big red flag. Excuse me. So if you're in this trade, guys, your stop to break even comes at this high, and honestly, just leave it. Hold the runners all the way up. Just can't believe we didn't sweep the 830 low. So again, if you're in this trade, guys, your entry is here, or it's in this on this wick right here. So your stop should be at break even here. Actually, it should not. We never hit the high. Never mind. Yeah, the only thing that I'm thinking here, the only reason why this is behaving like this is because tomorrow's CPI and they're trying to generate liquidity. There's no other reasoning for this that I can think of. But my guess, guys, is that these equal highs and the data highs up here are going to get hit tomorrow. I just wish that this 830 low would hit. If this hit, I would be slamming. I'd be spamming this 2-minute inverse all the way up to data highs. But we didn't hit it, so I cannot take it. You guys don't realize how hard I would be spamming this. I'd be clicking buy, 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 up to data highs. What's up, Gear Grind? Good morning, bro. Gear Grind, but it's, what is it? It's like 2 or 4 p.m. for you, no? Over in South Africa. Or in Pretoria, you said, right? Guys, also, if you're in the stream, make sure you like the stream. It helps the algos a lot. And also, again, guys, I'm going to push it one more time. Got a new short out. Make sure you go and like this. Watch it, comment it. The more you watch it, the better the algorithm is going to push the content. But make sure you like the stream too. It helps a lot with the algos so more people can see this stuff. Bro, this 2-minute inverse. Yeah, it's 1706. I remember because I went to Zimbabwe and I went to Cape Town in December of last year, and I was trading at like 2:30 p.m. or 4 in the afternoon. Guys, this 2-minute looks so good. I have to try it. Okay, guys, I'm gonna try this 2-minute. Even though we didn't sweep the 830 low, it just looks too good to ignore. Stop will be a 2-minute close back below the fair value gap. If we get the 2-minute close, again, we have less than 30 seconds. But this really does look good to the upside, as long as the 2-minute closes above. We also have a 3-minute. Closes at 09. Okay, so the 2-minute did not close above, guys. I cannot take this trade. The 3-minute closes at 09. Man. What a terrible day. That's not giving us any entries. Then it moves. Maybe they figured out the IFEG thing. Maybe the algorithms have completely figured out inverse fair value gaps, and my entire trading model is cooked for the rest of my life. What do you guys think about that? No, okay, I'm joking. Guys, what if the algorithm just changes and we're done? What if we never get a setup again? Smart money is under attack, bro. They are. Look at this. 2 failed IFEGs. This 2-minute failed. This 1-minute failed. Didn't sweep liquidity. What if we're done? What if we're done, though, guys? What if we have to go work at McDonald's again? Okay, if this... Okay, guys, I am going to enter this if we don't touch this fair value gap. If we touch this fair value gap, I'm not entering the trade. But if we don't, I'm going to enter here and move my stop to break even immediately when this internal high hits. At the 7:10 candle. All right, so stop to break even when this fair value gap hits on the 2-minute. If this stops me out, guys, trading is over. I'm going to delete my YouTube account. It's done. I can believe maybe the algorithm updated. I was in a sell. I went to sell after news candle for a sell. Market came back to tap me out for break even, then dropped. Guys, I do not think that the algorithms have changed, but there are days when the market basically chooses violence, and today's one of those days. I do think this high is probably going to hit now. Again, we closed above a 2-minute fair value gap and a 3-minute here. So, again, like I'm going to move my stop to break even if this high hits. But, yeah, we should at minimum go here. And that's where I'll for sure move my stop to break even. But we'll see what happens. So if this high hits, I'm going to move my stop to break even, guys. Okay, stop to break even there. You could take a partial in this 2-minute fair value gap if you want, but my theory is that we're going to go all the way up to data highs here. I'm going to sell one here. I'm going to sell one here. And I'm going to sell one at data highs. Hopefully we get it. So there's a close above the 2. Could reject here, it's possible, but I want at minimum this high to get swept. Let me make sure that it's at the right spot. It is. Okay, so finally a win, guys. Jeez. Well, potentially a win. It's a free trade, but if we don't hit this high, then I'm not going to be able to take any partials, right? So as soon as this high hits, guys, I will take one of my stop loss contracts off. Yeah, if this high doesn't hit, guys, that's it. The algorithm has changed. I'll officially have decided, and I'll just quit the YouTube, and you guys can just get on with your lives. We can get McDonald's applications. Oh. All right, guys, good news. We get to keep our careers. Let's go. So hyped, bro. So hyped about that. All right, so we should, in theory, go up to this buy side now, and we should go up to data highs. Finally, a win on this funded account. This funded account is the worst funded account I've ever had as far as starting. And yeah, so hopefully we can get a full TP win here. My guess is that if this is going to go today... Whoa! Oh my fucking god. Sorry, didn't mean to curse on that. Look what just happened. What was that? I mean, I'm guessing it's just stopping at traders to go higher, but still. We can't get a break. We can't catch a break on this account. It's like a bad luck funded. I can't imagine listening to that fire alarm. Well, bro, we might have to now. I thought that was going to be a win. How am I going to afford rent this month? That was ridiculous, guys. What a ridiculous candle. So at least we were able to book one. At least we were able to book one contract there. But that's wild. I'm not taking any chances today, guys. Not on the day before CPI. In all seriousness, that was an excellent trade. You guys saw we closed above the 2-minute and the 3-minute on this candle. And we moved our stop to break even, and it's fine. It's part of trading, guys. You're not going to win every single time, all the time. Even though I do still think this is going to work up to data highs, there's nothing I can do. So we have a 1-minute inverse right here. If this inverses to the upside, I bet you this high hits, and I bet you we go to data highs. If it inverses. But so far it looks like it's rejecting. But yeah, unfortunately, guys, this is the nature of trading. So these are the types of days. Missed one confirmation to buy the lows. These are the types of days that make a lot of traders lose their accounts. Right? Because they enter into, so look at this. Watch this. Stop to break even at this high. If you're in this, again, it could be like a 1-for-1. But this should bring us all the way up to the data highs. Again, I don't enter two positions on the same leg of price personally, but you guys can do what you want. Saves me a lot of the time. Saves me a lot more than it hurts me. In this case, I'm going to guess it saves me. I mean, it hurts me because it's going to go up without me, but it's fine. But yeah, these are the types of days that make traders lose their accounts. It's unfortunate, but if you are able to be disciplined and not just take trades because you want to take trades, you will end up in a lot better of a position. I promise you. So if you're in this long, guys, your stop should definitely be to break even. And if the market is bullish, we should not trade back down to this candle's body. We should just drive all the way up to the data highs. So the trade looks like this, obviously. Tuesday, I was through with hoping. No. Yeah, this is going to push, guys. I'm telling you right now. Do 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 do. So guys, if I was a gambling man, this is where I would probably enter long. I do not enter the same leg of price twice. So because I got stopped out on this 2 and 3 minute inverse, how did I get stopped out too, guys? My entry should have been at the body of this candle. Or did I enter on the 2? Oh, I entered here. That's why I got stopped out. Right? I entered on this body and this wick stopped me out. Crazy price action, guys. Thank goodness I'm not trading this anymore. This should have just delivered. Well, we're trading into the 1 minute IFVG again. My guess is that this is going to be the low again. It's all a guess. I do not enter the same leg of price twice. I got stopped out, and that's the nature of the game. But this will probably be what drives us higher. Probably. Again, just because I'm saying probably doesn't mean click a button. It's just, yeah, a very, very awful day. Let's see how the rest of the market is doing, guys. All these tiny, wow, Riot is up 5%. Why? Okay, I guess because Bitcoin's up. Interesting. Tesla up 3%. Interesting. What's the worst performers today? Leo and Lily? Or Eli and Lily, I mean. Whoa. What happened to Eli and Lily? I might add to this position soon. We'll decide on that one. I'll call it in the Discord, obviously, and the swing trade section. I might add more to my Boeing position as well. I know that's a crazy one a lot of people don't like, but we were able to book crazy profits. We added at 152. I sold quite a bit of my position at 180, and I want to add back to potentially get back up to 200, 215 on this stock. Lockheed Martin doing well too. Not doing well, sorry. Looking like it's more and more... Where is the financials? Why can I not see them? Anyways. Crazy, crazy, crazy moves here. This is all manipulation. All generating liquidity for CPI, I'm telling you right now. Gear Grind, you said you missed one confirmation to buy the lows. What was your one confirmation that you missed? If you're still here. That price went back up. This is wild. We also inversed this 3 minute. I mean, this is a tiny one, so I wouldn't really take it into account. But what I would probably need to happen here, guys, is a bullish reaction from the 3. And maybe we get an inverse from there. But I can't enter on this leg of price. This technically is a short, by the way, but we have data highs above. There's no way I would ever take that. We closed below 2 fair value gaps here. stop to break even at this low, and I mean this could potentially deliver us all the way back down to the 830 lows, by the way. The bottom of the news fair value gap has to touch on 3 time frames for me to consider going in on a displacement candle. On 3 time frames, well, if it enters on the 1 minute, it's going to touch it on the 2, it's going to touch it on the 3, it's going to touch it on the 4. Oh, I see what you're saying. Interesting. That's an interesting thesis. So it entered on the... No, missed it on the 2. Missed it on the 3. It hit it on the 4. It missed it on the 5. It hit it on the 10. It hit it at the 15. So it hit the 15, the 10, and the 15, the 10, and the 4 hit it. So is that not enough for you? Right? The 15 minute, the 10 minute, and the 4 minute all hit the low of the fair value gap. Do you wait for a certain level? Like, are you waiting for like lower time frames as well, or how does that work? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 15 for me. I only trade these. Okay. So you guys can see on a day like today, where they completely manipulate this, the high that swept this internal high right here, inverse fair value gap, it worked to the downside now. I would not be surprised, guys. Genuinely would not be surprised if they drive this all the way down to this low to sweep the liquidity that we're looking for. Just because it's PPI before CPI. Very, very manipulated day, unfortunately. This is one I will be putting in my notes because this is crazy. Yeah, I mean, it hit on the 10 gear grind, but if you don't use the 10, you don't use the 10, right? Big time. Big time booty cheeks. Yeah, guys, I have a meeting at 9:45 my time, so in less than 2 hours. I'll probably stay on the charts just to see what happens, but I doubt there's going to be any other trades taken unless we somehow miraculously sweep this low, sweep the 830 low, and then go up. There's nothing else I would consider at all here. This is all garbage. Do 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 do. Yeah, this is actually terrible. It's been a long time since I've seen the I wouldn't say it's been a long time, but it's been a while since I've seen the market behave like this. 2 failed inverses. This one was, I understand, the fail because we never swept liquidity, but this 1 minute fair value gap after doing this, coming down and sweeping it one more time, this is wild. And I even prepared for it too. I said to you guys, I'm going to move my stop. I'm going to wait for this wick and then move my stop below the wick. We came up and swept it one more time and then I got stopped out. And then like here, right, we came back down and swept all the sell side again. Just craziness. Like very manipulated.
This 1-minute inverse is the one that I took at market open, and I got stopped out with this wick. Like, crazy. Finally, we get a winner, and it just completely collapses on us and stops us out for break even. It's wild. Okay, I'll be right back, guys. All right. Okay, so wow. Look at this, guys. Was there a 2-minute? No, just a 1-minute high that swept a high, and we're dumping all the way back down. Probably all the way down to sell side, if I had to guess. Pure liquidity generation by the algorithms before CPI tomorrow. By the way, guys, we will be awake. Make sure that you guys wake up early tomorrow if you're on whatever, East Coast or West Coast, especially on the West Coast. But we'll be up at 5:30 for the CPI news, and there should be a better setup on CPI day. So we'll see if we get that. Really hoping that we get it. Let's look at the 5. Yeah, and we're inversing the 5 now to the downside. I think the 8:30 candle's coming, guys. Should we try it? TP at sell side. I don't think it looks bad. Do something like this. What do you guys think of this 5-minute IFEG? I think this low is coming. I think the 8:30 low is coming too. Did we form equal lows here? Oh, we swept this by a tick. Man, guys, yeah, I think the sell side is coming, but there's no entry. Let's be real. I mean, this 5-minute entry looks decent, but We already swept this internal low. Is it worth it? Probably not. Guys, what if we get the 830 sweep and then we get the long setup? That would be crazy. Yeah, I should have entered the short. Yeah, guys, this is coming. I'm telling you right now. Technically, we are holding a 2-minute fair value gap, but I would expect this to break below. We have a 1 minute as well, but we have 2 1-minute fair value gaps here. Yeah, guys, I really want to get off the stream because this is terrible. But I will probably stay on just to watch PA. I don't have anything to do until I'll probably get off at like 9:20. So in about an hour and 50. I don't know. Should I? Oh, this looks so good. So if the 1 minute closes below, guys, again, this is a terrible trade because we're all the way down at lows. But if this 1 minute inverses to the downside, we should sweep this low and we should get to the 830 low. Again, not saying to take a trade there, but I'm just telling you guys that that's what's likely to happen here. We entered up to the top of the new peak opening gap again. We rejected from it, so looks very likely this is going to go to the downside here. I'm not taking this trade, guys. We're too low. We're in discount of the range, but let's say we get a sweep of this 830 low, guys. I will consider a long. Just trying to see if there's any A+ fair value gaps. We do have this 3 minute. It's a little bit small, but it's not half bad. On the 2 minute chart, we got nothing. 1 minute chart, nothing excites me. 5 minute chart, yeah, nothing excites me on the 5 minute either. But this was a nice short from here. But yeah, I think this is going to go lower here. Oh, I want to take the short so bad, bro. The FOMO is real. All right, guys, I'm going to try it. Screw it. I'll put my buy stop up here. I really think this 830 low is coming. I'm going to put the take profit um, one tick above the 830. Move your stop to break even if this low hits, or this low, whichever you prefer. Again, guys, this is a very dumb trade. Do not do what I'm doing. But I still think it'll work. So once the low hits, I will move my stop to break even. Did we sweep this low? We did. All right, my stop is at break even here. Are we going to get a win, guys? Oh my God, it went so close to the take profit and it went up. Are we going to get a win? Let's see. Let's move down to the 1 minute chart. Okay, so it stopped me out for break even again. Wild. Okay, this looks good, guys. I'm not going to lie, okay? If we sweep this liquidity, we bounce out of the hourly fair value gap again and inverse this to the upside, I think that looks good for a long. Even though this 830 low is going to go and it's going to be gone without me again, stopping me out for break even. This inverse fair value gap looks great. I'm not going to lie. But we need to see an immediate bullish reaction. There's also a macro time coming up at 10:50, so maybe that's what finally gives us the long. I don't know. We'll see. So immediately we swept the 830 low. So far a bullish reaction. Let's see what happens though. Guys, this has been literally the most unlucky day for me. Jose is 100% correct. Jose is 100% correct. Again, guys, this is a very small 50K funded that is in shambles right now. It's one of the worst performing PA accounts that I have. Not an excuse to be entering bad trades, but if this 1 minute inverses, I will go long for sure. I'll aim for this high, potentially data highs. We'll see though. This looks really good, guys. I'm not going to lie. Really good. But Jose is correct, guys. Trying to scalp this is like picking the market for crumbs. But wow, this looks good. This will be my official trade of the day on this funded account. If we get this 1 minute inverse, stop to break even at this high and just let it run. 30 seconds till the candle close. Yeah, the longs look really good, guys, because we're getting an immediate bullish reaction from the 830 low. Looks super good. Come on, give us a nice entry. Again, the candle has to hold like this, guys. I'm in a sell, too. That's stupid. All right, and I am officially in this trade. Stop will be a close back below this on the 1 minute chart. I'll probably move my stop to break even here. I don't want to move it to my stop here because we could potentially trade back into the 1 minute. So maybe I will, guys. Because it's a new week opening gap, I might have to do it. This might be the trade, guys, that leads us all the way back up to these highs. Maybe, depending on how we behave in this new week opening gap. My stop is going to be moved to break even here, guys. Just because we're in a new week opening gap, I can't really take any risks. All right, my stop is at break even here, and we'll just let it run. I am going to take off one contract, guys, at the top of the new week opening gap, just in case it rejects. So right here, I'm going to sell one contract. And then I'll hold one up to here. And then I'll hold the third one all the way up to data highs. Why did my stop get removed on this? Hold on, guys, 1 second. Orders. Working orders, sell stop. Just gonna move it one tick above so that we can move it. Hold on. All right. Just move my stop loss one tick above, just in case. Finally, a freaking trade that's working. Finally. I mean, second one, but still. If this stops me out, guys, it's not meant to be. Should trade into this 1 minute and immediately react to the upside. And then obviously if the first contract gets filled, we will change this to a 2. Well, there's a stop out, ladies and gentlemen. Again, just because we're in this new week opening gap, I was extra cautious with this trade because we could potentially just reject from the new week opening gap. And yeah, that looks like it might be what's happening here. Yeah, that was probably my final trade of the day, guys. In fact, I'm sure it was. So I'm going to log out of this account in a second, but let's just see what happens on this candle. So let's see if this stop to break even helps me or hurts me. I think it's going to help me. I think we're going to go back down to lows here. Unless this somehow miraculously holds, which it just did, and pushes up. This is going to just go without me. That's going to be annoying, but I'm still going to have to exit. I mean, not exit, log out of the account. So far the 1 minute is holding, guys, but I really should not have gotten stopped out on this trade if we were bullish. It should have just run. And this is why you guys need to start using new week opening gaps on your chart. New week opening gap, new day opening gap by Kryptonite. I use the previous 20. But if we're in a sell program, guys, the new week opening gap will be used to dump. So like in this case, I think this is going to drive all the way back down to sell side. Very, very tough day to trade for sure. A lot of people probably lost accounts, blue accounts today. I will have you know I did lose 2 trades on one of my eval accounts, but I'm still up 15,000 on it, and I lost $0 on this funded account. I'm actually up for the day because we were able to lock in one contract on this 3 minute entry right here. We took 1 TP at this high, and then we got stopped out on the rest. Okay, so look at this, guys. A close above the inverse fair value gap, then a close below it. This, to me, is a red flag. This means that price is consolidating, and we're going to have really shitty price action from here. Yeah, so what I'm going to do, guys, I am not even going to sit here and watch this garbage. If a real A+ setup does present itself after closing above this new week opening gap, I will alert it in the Discord. For those of you guys who are not in the Discord or that want to join, there is a free 3-day trial going on right now, but the live alert section is where I call stuff. So you can see it there. And yeah, so I wish you guys the best. Good luck with your trading, but I'm telling you now, do not sit and watch this. The fact that we closed above this 1 minute and we closed back below it signifies that PA is trash. We're not going to deliver cleanly to the upside. And yeah, so I wish you guys the best. And I will definitely see you tomorrow morning. Look at this, guys. Look how this stop to break even saved our accounts. Now this is going all the way back down to lows. Tomorrow morning, okay, really quickly, I'll show you guys. If you go to the economic calendar section in my Discord, I show this every week. But I said that Wednesday is going to be the best day to trade. That's an 8:30 data candle setup. So at 8:30 in the morning, we have CPI tomorrow. It's going to move the markets like crazy. So be prepared for that. We should get a great setup that day. So I wish you guys the best again, and let's kill it tomorrow.